From animated bunnies making their debut into stardom to the US government trying to attain top secret tapes that would play a vital role in a scandal which plagued the country as a whole, here is This Week in History. Welcome one and all to the inaugural episode of This Week in History. In this series, we will look at a piece of history from as far back as BC times to as recent as just a year or two ago for every day of the upcoming week. This will be an ongoing series that will be posted every Sunday, and with that, let's take a look at This Week in History.
We must maintain the integrity of the White House. And that integrity must be real, not transparent. There can be no whitewash at the White House.
On July 24, 1974, the United States Supreme Court unanimously ruled that President Richard Nixon had to turn over the subpoenaed White House tapes, infamously titled as the Nixon tapes, to the Watergate Special Prosecutor.
In a ruling that bears on the limits of presidential power, the Supreme Court said today that President Nixon must surrender more Watergate tapes. 64 tapes sought by the special prosecutor for the Watergate cover-up trial were ordered turned over to Judge Sirica to determine what evidence there is relevant. The decision was unanimous, 8 justices in concurrence, the 9th William Rehnquist having disqualified himself from the case.
Just a short 3 days later, the House Judiciary Committee passes the first of 3 articles of impeachment, charging obstruction of justice, and by July 30th, successfully approved 2 more articles of impeachment, the second charging abuse of president power, and the third charging the attempt to impede the impeachment process by defying committee subpoenas for evidence. On July 25th, 1943, Benito Mussolini, fascist dictator of Italy, was voted out of power by his own Grand Council and arrested upon leaving a meeting with King Vittorio Emanuele, who tells El Duce that the war is lost. Mussolini responded to it all with an uncharacteristic meekness. Also, in July of 1933 at Camp Keystone, girls' summer camp in North Carolina, they made use of the term Christmas in July. This makes it the earliest known occurrence to make the phrase Christmas in July literal. On July 26, 1968, John Lennon and Paul McCartney completed the song Hey Jude. Initially titled Hey Jules, the song was dedicated to comforting young Julian Lennon from the stress of John's separation with Cynthia Lennon. The name was later changed to Hey Jude because, according to John Lennon, he thought that it sounded a bit better. The song went on to top the charts in 17 countries, including the United States, where it went on to be certified platinum 4 times over. On July 27, 1940, Bugs Bunny made his official debut in the Warner Brothers animated cartoon A Wild Hare. Along with Bugs Bunny's official debut came the debut of arguably one of the most iconic sayings.
What's up, Doc? It's a wabbit down there, and I'm trying to catch him.
Added by director Tex Avery. He later explained that it was a common expression in Texas where he was from, and he didn't think much of the phrase. The film went on to be animated for an Academy Award for Best Short Subject Cartoons, alongside the first Tom and Jerry cartoon, Puss Gets to Boot. Both, however, lost to The Milky Way, another MGM Rudolph Ising production.
Here we go.
And how are you feeling?
Well, I feel kind of sad. I can't see you anymore, you know?
Right, I live around the corner, Reach. You're always welcome. You need a, home-cooked meal. That's what I'll be doing, staying home cooking.
On July 28, 2000, Kathy Lee Gifford made her final appearance as co-host of the ABC talk show Live with Regis and Kathy Lee. From 1988 to 2000, the two were considered an agreeable mismatch. Gifford's positivity throughout public scandals such as the 1996 accusation that her clothing line was being run under sweatshop conditions, and her husband Frank Gifford's 1997 affair with a flight attendant resonated with the female demographic of the show.
Sexy, and that is girl power. Oh, I love this song. Girl power, yes. You can be a Spice Girl.
I am a Spice Girl. Anytime, any place.
but ultimately made her a media target, prompting her emotional departure on July 28, 2000. On July 29, 1958, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration was signed into action by then-President Dwight D. Eisenhower. After the Soviet launch of the world's first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, on October 4, 1957, the United States focused heavily towards space, perceiving the Russian advancements in space as a threat to national security and technological leadership. Besides beating the Russians to the moon, NASA has been credited for the creation of various monumental technologies, such as artificial limbs. On July 30th, 1947, 1950, and 1963, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Frank Stallone, and Lisa Kudrow were born respectively. Arnold Schwarzenegger, for those of you who don't know who he is, was the winner of Mr. Universe from the years 1968 to 1970 and Mr. Olympia from the years 1970 to 1980. However, he's best known for lines such as,
"All right, everyone, chill.
Allow me to break the ice.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle. You're a funny guy, Sally. I like you. That's why I'm going to kill you last."
Jesus, you're gonna kill that guy!
Of course, I'm a Terminator.
Hey, are you gonna pay for that?
Talk to the hand. Come with me if you want to live.
Freeze well.
Feature film. Your flight attendants are Susan and Lance. We're here to make your trip as comfortable as possible.
Excuse me. Don't disturb my friend. He's dead tired. Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's right, Major. You did.
I lied. I'll be back. 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 I'm back.
Ah, Arnold, you are a joy. Frank Stallone is Sylvester Stallone's younger brother and has been featured as a singer in the Rocky movies.
I've been told by people and they all said take it back, take it back like before. Now I don't call it a reason, I just call it believing in myself. You guys are getting better every year, you know that? Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to be negative, so I'll say that most of the signs you bought are good. No, they ran out of "it's a girl," but I can fix this one.
And last but certainly not least, Lisa Kudrow is best known for her role as Phoebe Buffay in the beloved sitcom Friends, which ran from the years 1994 to 2004.
God, Phoebe, you're on fire! I know!
One more score to go. You can do it.
Don't touch me! Don't touch her!
All right, go left. Go left. Go right. Go right.
I can't! No! You son of a...
Phoebe!
Oh, hi, Ben.
Now don't look at the machine!
To tie my shoe, so you go ahead. I'll catch up. Okay.
Come on! That's not running! Let's go!
And that was a look at this week in history. If you found this video interesting and want more, all I ask is that you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, stay informed, my friends.